I remember since I was a kid that I had a dream about finding a space, a glade, somewhere where I could really see and understand the meaning of this life. And so it was that creation found a way to guide me and show me the way. With a brave heart and the willingness to always walk the path and finally realize we are divine humans. I am Fab, a true follower of my heart desires. And every year, my heart brings me here, to this wonderful place called DreamGlade, where I celebrate life in the most beautiful way I could ever imagine. I want to share my journey with you, how sounds, images, nature, and loving hearts can help us heal and hear that divine melody that is always calling us.
Y aquí estaré con el viento que te abraza. Y aquí estaré en el aire que respiras. Y seguiré porque existo para amarte. Y intoxicado en nuestra existencia.
If you ask me now if I knew that I was going to be back in the jungle every year to work with nature, I would have never guessed it. It has truly been a blessing for me to learn, to grow, to live life and feel the divine the way I do. This is our glorious path, a life full of adventures and discoveries, with people, places and experiences, all coming together to make us grow and help us realize our full potential as divine creatures. We have to consciously walk our life, raise and shake the dust off our feet. Look ahead and see where we are. Life is a miracle that brings us a wonderful gift. It's our destiny. We are just a breath away from it. You just need to want it.
Y aquí estaré con el viento que te abraza. Y aquí estaré en el aire que respiras. Y seguiré porque existo para amarte. Y
took me many years of living and deliberate spiritual work to finally rest and feel with my own heart the mysteries of life. As I see it now, the creation of our lives is like the weaving of a beautiful piece of tapestry that we, as humans, are part of. As you walk forward to wisdom, you will be in for a wonderful surprise. We are the weaver, we are the threads, and we are the patterns of this ever-evolving cosmic piece of tapestry. And that is my vision, my brothers and sisters, my purpose in life, to be the eyes of eternity in this moment and this place, to feel love flowing through me and everything else, flowing with the eternal laws of harmony to create universal beauty. I encourage you to jump, not to waste time in your life, to surrender, to continue growing high as a tree, to search and to find your transcendental purpose in life, to focus on what really matters to you and makes a difference in your life. And because you're living, knowing it or not, you have a purpose. In my personal experience, all medicinal plants that I've been working with throughout the years have been the most amazing and beautiful way to make conscious the unconscious, to really know and feel with every part of myself what I'm here for, what is my purpose in life. And I can tell you that is the knowing of that individual wisdom what brings us joy. Is that feeling like being home, being in the right place and the right time, aligned with creation. And when that happens, everything makes sense in your life. And still, we all need to face troubles, challenges, and suffering. It's just the way it is. And if there is one thing that I have learned with the plants, it's not to resist and oppose the flow of life, but instead to dance with it, to grow and to learn and become the creators of the life we want to have. And there's so much light in that. It's such a powerful experience to be a human and still divine creators in ways that we cannot even imagine. It's such a blessing to dream creation and weave existence into life. Nature, songs and Icaros, open hearts, love and understanding, divine humans celebrating life. That is the tapestry I create.
Mơ ta shama đi sang yo ra sama vi ra o nơ tư mơ ta ni yo i bo ba na ra ma cơ wa nơ ta vi ya sa ga cơ shama so pa ya shama Paya bơi ra kê ha nê vơi ya mơ maya nê vơi ya mơ bo ra bi yo ba no ra ma ra bi yo ba no no consanta y cara, medicina y cara, poderoso y cara. Abrazo aboa y hani wakaras, yamani wakaras. Asoyobano, Chamánica, Sobobano, no comparo que hueca, osotri os mudaya, mi yo ramanao, para shamane, no te que parane. Nuestra shamaki, no come desinabo, no te vidi que wani. Mi yo shamabi, mi pono shamabi, mi kimi shamabi, na mi shama que wani. Shao shamati pini. Asoyotana, miyake pesobano, toki neteke wesobota, sankene ke yakan, sankene ke hoyone. Rao shamane, mi yo ramanao. Maya kidaso, neteme medico, neska shamane, miyama ke boika, ro shamane. Hang paro kosobe, sosoki nyobaine, nete torin mutaka, yasaka ke shamane. Ima yobano, rama iki yobano, shawa ka, shinabi maboika. Hoi bima boika, osabi mayontana, kaya sama bewae, abe de bewane. Sang matana, o aho yokaine. No comparo shamabi, huamata kewe matana, shamaya sayontana, florece yo shamane, florece yo baene, no compani poder, sobo shamayakane, Viñón a que vaine. Protegibano, libra shamaki, poderoso medicina médico, toki medalla, mia florece yonke, libran a que tana, no te vide diode.
Muchas gracias.
Yerke shamani, yerke kirano, como poder tira hoyo to pao kibano pao với đằng ca sao cho có sao hawa nữ tư cử Dio nơ tơ cơ ư ca nó ra y ca na nơ tơ sa ma vi nhà ca ca y yon ta na đi ste vi đi mà vô vô sơ vi đi mà vô và rồi cứ vi đi ra ca nó yon cơ ca y ma cha ma y cha ma ca ya ra con non tí cơ Dio non tí cơ
Hola, buenos días. Yo soy maestra Lidia y así que los clientes que vengan a Perú, yo le ayudo. Si tienes problemas de salud, le ayuda con la medicina, curación y limpieza. Ese es mi trabajo. Yo le recibo con cariño, con amor y se van con buena vida, nueva vida y sanación protegidos con la medicina. Esto es mi trabajo.
Bờ so với đàn ca, bờ so với đàn ca, sa vơ chú sa vơ chú, sa rô với đàn ca, sa rô nô ki vơ ca, đi cô vi cử vơ ca, vi đi si na vi ca, ha re ke medicina chama, to cura bo vida, to de ro vi ho yo, to vi ti ki ho yo. Rama kaya ika, shama kama boki, makema kishama, mato yora makeban, mato shina makei, makema kebeidaki, nora asobowa, iki shama ikuka, na konfi no kebuki, no konfi no soidi, maya maya shamadi, horobi no kebuki.
I always have a huge amount of respect and admiration for everybody that comes here to do this work, because they all, just walking in the door, they've made that clear intention that they are willing to do some work on themselves, that they're not 100% happy about how they are, how they're living. They have the humility to accept that I'm dysfunctional. I've got some things that I could definitely do better. And it's a small percentage of people on the grand scale of the world. Most people, I don't know what percentage, maybe 90%, are just not willing to go there, not willing to change, not willing to look at themselves, not willing to be honest with themselves. So I always have, like I said, a lot of admiration for every single person that comes through, because I think they're brave, and I know I'm the same way. I spent my whole life looking at myself, trying to do better, trying to elevate my consciousness, and not just settling for this dreary status quo that most of us are stuck in, doing jobs that we're miserable in, living in places that we're miserable in, unfulfilled, unhappy. So you don't have to accept that. There's more, but you've got to take that leap of faith. You've got to trust that there's a better version of you. If you got the balls to grab it and take it. So that's our work. That's what we do. We help people take their lives by the balls.
Te Purushaya Viramahi Shurapakshaya धीमहि तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात् ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे शूरपक्षाय धीमहि तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात्
I sing like the bird, I grow like the tree. I choose to live in love. I am joy, I am me. I
came to DreamGlade as a guest about 6 years ago. And when I came here, I was really depressed and anxious for about 8 years or so. I started being really depressed around age 16, and then it just kind of kept getting worse and worse, and the anxiety and the panic attacks kept coming. And there was a part of me that felt really guilty for being depressed because I thought I have everything on paper, and yet I'm very unhappy. And I tried everything. I tried therapy, I tried pills, I tried all kinds of pharmaceuticals, and nothing helped me at all. Everything just kind of numbed me, but there was nothing that felt like a breakthrough, and I was getting very just hopeless. And then I tried mushrooms for the first time in college, and it was the first time that I felt bliss and joy in a really long time, for the first time I could remember. And that was kind of the first gateway to, like, there's something here. This isn't just drugs. This isn't just for fun. There's something bigger, and I felt really connected. So that was my first taste of psychedelics. And then I traveled around the world for a year with my boyfriend at the time, and he wanted to come to DreamGlade. So we ended up coming here. I really didn't want to come. I was super anxious and constantly having panic attacks still, but I eventually just trusted my heart, and it said, I need to come here. And when I came here, I wasn't planning on drinking ayahuasca. I was super afraid, but I ended up doing it once I met Stace and Drew, and I just instantly trusted them. Looking into their eyes, I just felt it was safe. I could trust them, and they knew something I didn't, and they had something that I needed to learn. So I came here, and that week I did 3 ceremonies, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it completely changed my life. I was shown these parts of myself that weren't serving me, which is a really helpful thing that ayahuasca can do. And I was shown that I was living to please others and get external validation, but I didn't know who I was and what I wanted. And I was shown many other things. I was basically given a glimpse into the spiritual world, which I totally thought was not real at all. I considered myself an atheist, and all of that other stuff was hippie bullshit. But after that week, my mind was just expanded and opened, and new information was able to come in, and I started just seeing the world differently and getting really curious about everything, all kinds of healing modalities. So the next 7 years, I healed myself with the help of other people and many tools, things I learned here at DreamGlade, which is advice that we could give anyone, which is feel your feelings. Whatever's coming up, just allow it to come up and really feel it. So don't repress it, don't push it down, but just really sit with it and allow yourself to feel it without judging yourself for feeling that. And that's a lot of what Stace talks about here, and that's a huge part of the work we do. So I continued that work at home. When anxiety came up, I was just like, okay, you're feeling anxious, this is fine. This is anxiety, it's okay, you're feeling anxious. And then the anxiety would just release. And it was such a simple practice and so effective that I was just amazed. So I started doing that. I did a lot of work with other plant medicines, not ayahuasca, in those 6 years. So San Pedro, Wachuma, peyote, mushrooms, and also just a lot of work with a hypnotherapist who was amazing. I worked with an astrologist. So I had all of these tools in my tool belt and all of these people who were helping me learn and grow on my path, which was hugely helpful. Highly recommend. If you don't know where to start, just start. You don't need to see the whole path. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you'll be surprised at who comes in to support you and the support that you get on your journey. And so this is a long story, but I was still working this corporate job, and I felt like my soul was slowly getting sucked from my body in a very physical, mental, spiritual way. And I was doing all this work on myself, but I was still working at this soul-sucking job, and I just knew there's got to be more to life than this. And so I eventually quit my job and just waited for an opportunity to come. I was just attracting a job that was right for me, that was fulfilling. And I saw the post from DreamGlade that they needed a new yoga instructor and facilitator to work in the jungle. And I was like, this is it. DreamGlade's my place. It's the place that helped me. Ayahuasca's the medicine that changed my life. And I just had this deep feeling like everything is lining up the way it should be. So I've been working at DreamGlade for a year now. It's been incredibly rewarding. It's honestly, I can't imagine more rewarding work in the world than this. This place attracts the most beautiful guests. And Stace and Drew are just absolutely incredible human beings, and I just love them so much. And I truly fall in love with every guest who comes here because people are just showing up to help themselves, help the world. Maybe they don't even know why they feel called to be here, but they just know that they need to make some change in their life. And I am constantly learning from all of the guests and feeling super inspired by all their stories and feeling great compassion for humans in general. It can be really hard to be a human, and everyone's just here showing up, doing the work. So, and Raul and Lydia, of course, are absolutely fantastic curanderos. I can't even begin to imagine all of the work that they do and all of the levels that they do work on, but that's okay because I just feel it, and I know that they're doing some incredibly powerful healing work that a lot of people in Western medicine can't possibly even understand or get to with our level of working from the mind. So I've basically learned how to work from the heart and deal with my emotions as they come up, just allow them to flow through me. And I'm not perfect at all. I know that life is a healing journey that's endless, and there's always more to learn and grow from. And I'm just really grateful to be on this path and to have actually found that self-love, which has grown into love for everything around me.
Om Ganapataye Namaha, Om Ganapataye Namaha, Om Ganapataye Namaha, Om Ganapataye Namaha, Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Howdy guys, I'm Drew. I'm one of the facilitators here. I'm kind of the boss when the boss ain't here, but I'm not really a boss of anything. My personal journey here, I'm not going to tell you too much because I've told this story so many times. I'm bored with it, quite frankly. But the long and short of it is there comes a point where I think everybody goes looking for something. For me, it started with knowing that I had missed something. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I knew I had missed it. So I went looking for it. And I think there just comes a point in everyone's life where it's time. What that looks like, it's going to look like healing of some part or another. When people come here, they're looking for a spiritual experience. But I'll say it's all been a spiritual experience. The spirit's there. The connection is already there. When you do the healing work, when you start to get right with some things in your life and make the change that you know you need to make, you find the connection's always been there. It's nothing you have to go look for. It's there. You just need to get all the garbage out of the way first. So we tell people to look at this like a healing experience, because the spirit's already there. I'll just say something. It's something I have no problem telling people, and maybe this isn't the right thing to say because it kind of goes against our business model a little bit, but you don't need ayahuasca. Ayahuasca can help with a lot of things. It can help with a lot of things that maybe you're getting stuck with in normal life. But after 8 years of sitting in that maloka and hearing the stories after ceremony and working with people one-on-one and my own experiences and knowing what I know, there's not a lot in there that, okay, well this is maybe not the best way of putting it. She can show you a lot in there and stuff that it's going to be really hard to find out there. But where you can start, if you don't have the money to get down to Peru and drink ayahuasca, there's plenty of things you can do right now, right this second, to start to change your life. The first thing is just decide. A lot of times people aren't going to make any changes until they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Or maybe you're not sick and tired, maybe you're pretty good, but you know you're missing something and you decide to go looking for it. But the moment you decide to change, change is right there ready to happen. And the more work you can do before coming down here, the better. Don't wait to get down here to start making the changes. You can do it today. There's a host of things. There are teachers everywhere. Not all great ones, by the way, but there are plenty of things that you can do right now. I won't go into the list. It'd be a long list of things I could recommend, or I could sit here and give you all these things all day, but I can say, start looking. Find out what works for you. Not every teacher is for every person. Doesn't mean they're wrong, it just means that's not what you're looking for at that moment, because everybody's different. Everybody has something, and for each person, it's going to be something different. But it doesn't mean don't start. If you don't know what it is, that's fine. Go looking for it. If you're looking for it, you're more likely to find it. If you're not looking for it, there's a very rare chance that it's just going to drop out of the sky and hit you. Maybe it will. You're very lucky if it does. You're very lucky. But there's a part that you have to play. It's not just going to hand it to you on a silver platter. You got to do a little bit of work, and that's the way it should be. You should have to, because you have to decide. You got to have a little skin in the game. And is this work hard? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. You know what's harder? Living with the pain that you're living with now, that you've been living with your whole life. That's harder. And a little bit of hard work to heal yourself up from whatever it is in your life that's bothering you, that's liberating. It's liberating. Your whole life's been hard. Do a couple little things that might seem a little harder at first, but then life's going to get easier. But then there's another challenge that's waiting for you, because that's what we do down here. Life seems to be a bunch of challenges. I was thinking about the little, that little Hollywood indie, happily ever after. If you're looking for happiness, like for life just to be glorious all the time, it can be, but there's also going to be some stuff thrown in there. Because there's always a new lesson to learn. There's always a new challenge to face. And if you're looking to be happy, that's a hard ask for life. But what you can obtain a different kind of happiness, where you can find peace, you can find contentment in your life, you can make friends with everything in your life, you can have a sense of purpose that carries you through the hard times. There's a great saying that I love: when you know the why, the how doesn't matter. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, and it feels good and it feels right, and you know it, and people around you can see it, then the how doesn't matter. That will sustain you. But you need to have something to shoot for. Shoot for something. Go find it. And when you got that in place, whatever troubles come along, they're minor in comparison. They're just little things that you have to go through, but your aim is solid. You know what you're shooting at. And that starts to look a lot like happiness. But I'm happy, like, oh wow, just everything's great all the time. No, it's probably not going to look like that. But when you have, again, peace, contentment, when you're fulfilled in your life, that's better than happiness in our normal understanding of it. So again, I'm not saying don't come down to DreamGlade, but I am saying start wherever you're at. You can start and do that. And the more you can do before you get here, all the better for you. So one of the things also that I tell people is, it's a hard thing seeing the potential in people when they don't see it in themselves. Because everybody, I've seen it in myself, I've seen it in other people, you are unlimited potential. You have no idea of what you're capable of if you just discipline your mind a little bit and put your focus on it. You are powerful beyond belief. And once you get a little glimpse of that, you start to aim for that. You start to find that potential in yourself, and you start to nurture it, and you start to take care of yourself. And then that becomes what you're doing. That becomes your character, is finding out all of you that you can be. And it's in everybody. Nobody down here is different. Oh, that one guy, oh, Wim Hof, only he can do that. Bullshit. No, it's in everybody. Not everybody's going to have time to do everything. You need a lot of lives to explore everything down here. And there's too much time. But you can find a potential in yourself that will shock you. So it's there. And lastly, if it's truly good for you, if what's good for you, whatever that looks like, when you become happier, healthier, more vibrant, more loving, that's also good for me. Because that's one less person that needs my help, and that's one more person that's there to lend me a hand. So my wish for all of you guys is just, I want blessings for everybody. Because logically and self-servingly, it's also good for me. So I'll take that. So I hope that this video inspires you to go find the healing that you need. And if we never get to see you down here because you've cleared yourself up already, man, all the better. We'll be happy to see you when you're here, but also our objective is to get you to the point where you don't need us anymore. And you don't need the plants anymore, because that's the point of any good medicine. The point of any good medicine is to get you where you don't need the medicine. And man, if you were thinking about coming down here and doing ayahuasca, but this inspires you to go find that healing for yourself, and you heal yourself up, and you find you don't need us anymore, I'm going to be happy with that too. That's going to be great. It's going to be better for you. And again, better for you, better for me. And you should wish that for everybody around you. You want everybody around you to be doing better. And if you can play a small part in that, go do that. If somebody else becomes better, that's good for you. You should wish that for everybody. So that's my wish for you. And I'd like to thank Fab, because Fab's just the greatest. And we love having him down here every time. And I thank him for putting this video together, and just always coming back to see us. Blessed every time you come back, Fab. And you know your family.
I know. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Or else I'm just gonna. It's just gonna keep continuing. It's gonna get embarrassing after a while. How much I love that guy. So that's it. We'll see you down the road. If not here, I'll catch you down the road somewhere else. We'll meet up again. Thanks.
De amor y sabiduría, y así desperté en la dimensión del amor, embebida codificación, una armonía sagrada, cósmico, universal y terrestre, un espíritu, una luz. Yo soy el amor fluyendo en todo. Yo soy la armonía uniéndolo todo. Yo soy la belleza naciendo de todo.
have a very special place in my heart. I really love you. I see you full all the way in, and I know you do too with me. So it's just a blessing to be able to come here every time and not only stay with you and everybody else, Stacy, Raul, Lydia, Saul, everybody helping. It's just, like I always say, it's heaven on earth coming here. It's just being one with nature, with humanity, with everything. It's just so perfect. So for me, it's been a long path, years and years of coming back and celebrating life. That's what it is here. And I come here and go back to my life, and I do the best I can, and I learn and I keep growing. And that's what I wanted to do with this video. It's just encourage everybody to, like you said it. I could not say it the way you said it because it's just perfect. You just took the words out of my mind and my heart. It's just, there is happiness. There's a lot more just a regular life, and just look for it. Like I always encourage everybody, try to find something and really find the divine, the love, the universal love. There's a lot to it, and when we align to that and we live with that, we have a happy life. And no matter what comes our way, we deal with that. We learn from that and we grow from it as creation wants us to do it. So, and that brings you joy, that brings you peace, and that brings you a level of humanity that is divine. And that's what I'm trying to do with all this, just get everybody closer to the divine in themselves. Because I live it every day and it's fucking amazing. So with that, I love you, everything, I love everything, and it's just so great to be alive.
I think we got it. This has been a joint piece. I'm going to look for director credits, co-directing credits. Not really. This is all fat, right? It's a joke. Más especial.
Our love keeps flowing through everything. This love that's no more to struggle. Your sun seems to shine far away and still wash away your troubles. Reborn to the melody of the sun, to the beauty of the whole creation in land. Reborn to the magic in your eyes, to the brilliance of the whole creation in us. Reborn to love.
So this is it, now you know. This is the place where I come to be kissed and adored by creation. This is the place where I come to be reborn time after time. And this is the place where I live in my heart, everywhere I go. So no matter what your journey is, make it sacred. Make your heart be the place where you feel divine. And the rest will follow.
Come, set your heart free. Feel your love. Be present. Be here with us. We want you. Dance your love into this world. Come.
Al costado del camino te encontré, sentado sobre tus miedos. Fui la voz que guió